The following program, Know the Cause, is paid for by Mediatrition Incorporated.
Great lineup for you today. You've met Erin Porter before. She's out of Florida. She had the sinus problem. They cut her face open to do sinus surgery. She's back for an update toward the end of the show. Before her, however, a brand new symptom of systemic fungal infection. We know they cause cancer. We know they can hurt the liver and the kidneys. We know they suppress the immune system. New kid on the block. I'll teach you that. Carolyn is a woman who said no to recommendations by a doctor after he told her, you have cancer. How many people say, no, I'm not going to do what you told me? We'll meet Carolyn and her doctor in today's show. And then finally, an opening about fibromyalgia. What in the world is fibromyalgia? How many people have it? And what do you do about it? Watch.
How is it that that abuse gets encoded into our organs, into our brain? It does. It actually rewires the brain. And it's just like we have a silent magnet within us that says, I messed up, pick me. I messed up, pick me. Broken people.
Real clinical situations. I went through a lot of those when I was in clinical nutrition. Back in the 1970s, 1980s, met a good friend out here in our little town east of Dallas. His name is Dr. John Ganino. He joins us right now with a most wonderful patient by the name of Carolyn I've had the pleasure of meeting. Thank you both for coming in and sitting down with us. You met Dr. Ganino. How did you meet Dr. Ganino?
I was watching your program one day and you were interviewing Dr. Ganino. I immediately looked him up and called him and began to see him and get all of his wonderful skills towards holistic healing. It's been life-saving for me.
It really has for many people.
Yes.
I mean, I get to talk with him all the time on the phone. Yep. The results are amazing. What happened to your health and why did you see Dr. Ganino?
Well, I was diagnosed with the C word, the big dreadful C word, cancer back in June of 2006 and had the left breast removed that same time. And the doctors wanted me to take hormone blockers, and I'm thinking, well, I've never taken hormones. Why should I take hormones blockers? So I refused to do that and just did it all holistically. I threw out thousands of dollars worth of cosmetic skincare products, got rid of the sculptured nails, which have formaldehyde, and women are better off to smoke and drink and do everything terrible than to have sculptured nails.
And I want to talk to the stress that may have led up to this, but first let me ask you, did you do radiation or chemotherapy?
I did nothing.
Did they try to talk you into that after the breast was removed?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, but I just said no.
You're strong.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Amazingly strong. Tell me about, we talked in the green room while this doctor was going through a lot of makeup.
For sure. Much needed makeup, yeah.
We were talking about the stress. Yeah. And Dr. Ganino said, you know, I see this so often, and I think it's a precursor to people getting very sick. Teach us.
Absolutely. I'm a third generation survivor, overcomer, I should say. I'm not a survivor, I'm an overcomer of childhood domestic violence and later adult abuse. My grandmother married an abuser, my mother married an abuser, and I married an abuser. How is it that that abuse gets encoded into our organs, into our brain? It does. It actually rewires the brain. And it's just like we have a silent magnet within us that says, I messed up, pick me. I messed up, pick me. Broken people seek after other broken people. When you become whole, you seek wholeness, right?
Carolyn, one day he told me he sees so much of this in his practice, and he said, really, there's one answer for it. God.
You can't make it without God.
Him praying with patients, I get tearful sometimes when I go over there and see him. I mean, it's really, really important. So, what did you learn? I know what Carolyn learned from you. As the therapist, what did you learn from Carolyn?
Well, again, I remember, you know, of course, Doug, you and I go back 24 years. My first trainer in integrative medicine was Dr. Majid Ali. And he said, you know, your patients will be your best teachers. You will learn from experience much more than you will learn from a chalkboard in a classroom. And that has really so held so much truth over the years. And in every successful case, I learned something from and build on. And the next thing you know, you've got a Carolyn or a Jana or a Rod or a Diane or a Revis, these people that, you know, people can't explain. Well, it is at a different vibrational level. The level of reason says this can only happen, and the level of the Holy Spirit is a whole different vibrational plane by which the impossible is witnessed, and it's just been a kick, man.
Do you think, Dr. Ganino, elevated cortisol levels, stress, could have developed a tumor formation?
Absolutely. We believe that, you know, cancer really is an acidic situation, so the big players are fungus, which creates an acid pH, chemicals, which we've talked about, you know, and adrenaline. This is what killed my own father at 66 from prostate cancer. Caffeine, nicotine, sugar, Claritin D, Zyrtec D, anything with a D in it, Ritalin, Adderall, anything that increases adrenaline oxidizes the cell and pushes it towards cancer. Prayer, meditation, Tai Chi, yoga, all things that are adrenaline downregulating will extend your life. Anything that increases adrenaline will shorten your life.
Were antifungals, I know she had some fungal conditions also, were antifungals used in her case?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fungus is ubiquitous. Genesis 6:3 predicts a 120-year life. I've actually seen 2 ladies that have lived that long, so that's the setup. Antibiotic, steroid, birth control pill, living or flying at altitude, eating sugar, these are your fungus producers, and most people get exposed to that stuff. And of course, in a regular doctor's office, that's the answer for most presentations. Are they going out with antibiotics or steroids or birth control pills? And all of those things make fungus. Fungus makes you more acid. Cancer grows good in acid.
We've seen so many of your patients here on Know the Cause. Thank you for bringing them in.
Sure.
Carolyn, I don't know if you know, but there are people watching this right now who last night cried themselves to sleep. Oh no, I have, and you guys fill in the blank. Arthritis, you fill in the blank. To hear your testimonial has done a lot of hearts, a lot of good. So thank you for coming in and being so brave. And congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ganino and Carolyn, for giving that testimonial. You have cancer. I don't want to do that. Can we try a different way?